Hi, my name is Ali Kohler. I'm the Director for Conservation and Communities with Dartmoor National Park Authority.
I'm Andrew Watson and I'm Head of Recreation and Access.
I'm Rebecca Martin, I'm the Visitor Services Manager.
I'm Simon Lee and I'm the Ranger Team Manager.
The questions that we're going to discuss today have come about from the consultation on the review of the National Park Management Plan. They are generally in relation to visitors to the National Park, how we can continue to encourage people to enjoy the National Park in the future and manage those increasing visitors. The management plan sets out our vision for Dartmoor for the next 25 years. It is a partnership plan and has been developed with a range of stakeholders and local organisations, including local people, visitors, businesses, charities and other organisations. Our vision is to make Dartmoor better for future generations, climate resilient, nature enhanced and a place that is loved, cherished and visited by many.
So we know that Dartmoor is becoming more of a year-round destination for visitors, and our numbers of visitors are increasing year on year, especially with all the new development that's going on around the perimeter of the National Park at the moment, and that's going to continue. We've got a recreation strategy as part of the plan, and we're going to work with other organisations and partners and look at how we can zone recreation into different areas, so areas which are heavily used and how they're managed, that they're well signed and the infrastructure is there to cope with the numbers of visitors, but also to look at the quieter areas of the National Park, which can be nature recovery areas and are quieter for wildlife to thrive.
So we welcome all visitors to Dartmoor and we realise that some visitors may need a little help in understanding what makes this landscape so fantastic and how to enjoy it in a sustainable manner. So you'll often see the visitor centre staff and the ranger staff out on the ground every day of the year, particularly at weekends and bank holidays, having conversations with members of the public and just raising awareness about key campaigns such as Love More Life and following the Ranger Code.
At the moment, there are some places and at some times where there are problems, and you know, this is litter, congestion, and we need in the future for everybody to help us overcome those problems by thinking about what they do when they come to the National Park. And that is the Love More Life
And understand the impact.
code and the Ranger Code, and it's just understanding.
And we're also working with other organisations such as the police as well, so we've got concerns about the speeding on the Dartmoor roads, unfenced roads, numbers of livestock that are getting killed or injured, and we're working with them to look at how we can reduce speeds on Dartmoor. So yeah, with the increase in visitors we're getting, we're not going to be able to build lots of new car parks. That's not really going to be feasible. And through the management plan, we want to develop a green transport strategy, and particularly working with people like the Devon County Council, looking at buses and that kind of thing. And we've had things like the Haytor Hopper. That's been really successful. It starts in Bovey, goes up onto the moor on a Saturday and Sunday. People can get on and off on the way around, and we'd like to try and build on that and replicate that in other areas of the National Park.
It's not only about buses though, is it? It's about cycling and walking. So we also need to think about trying to make it easy for people to get to the National Park by means other than the car, and that could be by using cycle routes such as the new route from Newton Abbot right the way up to Moulton Hampstead.
And we're also getting more inquiries from people wanting to come to Dartmoor with an electric, in their electric cars. And at the moment there are very few charging points around Dartmoor. In fact, there's hardly anything within the National Park itself. And shortly we're going to be installing an electric vehicle point up at Haytor, and we'd like to work with other organisations to get a network of charging points across the moor eventually.
Well, this is really interesting, isn't it? Because first of all, you need to understand what motivates people to come to Dartmoor, and you need to understand the barriers that they face. We know the things that motivate people. We know that they like to come out and get some fresh air and exercise. We also know some of the barriers, things like lack of confidence, lack of knowledge, lack of transport, and sometimes even lack of facilities. So what we're going to do is to make sure that we do fully understand all of those motivations and those barriers and develop a strategy so that we can reach out to new audiences and hopefully attract many more people who don't normally come to Dartmoor to come and get the benefits that it offers.
And
And this is where our partnership work is really, really important, working with the charities and businesses within Dartmoor and surrounding Dartmoor, so that we can offer guided and self-guided opportunities for people, so they can enjoy but also deepen their understanding of the special qualities, such as the moorland guides who conduct fantastic walks, through to those independent businesses such as Dartmoor's Daughter, who create these fantastic opportunities that engage and excite people.
One of the things that we want to do through the plan is to look at different ways of approaching school visits, so that we actually engender a long-lasting connection with Dartmoor the place.
It's also about having a coordinated approach across the Devon Education Forum, where we can look for opportunities that are both within the curriculum and outside the curriculum to engage and entice this youth group.
Some of the work we've been doing is to improve routes to make them more accessible for a wide range of users. From everybody from families with young children and buggies through to people who are less mobile and want to use the electric mobility vehicles such as trampers. And so we're looking to develop a series of routes and working with other organisations and partners to deliver a range of routes over the national park, different areas and different lengths and terrain and that kind of thing.
We really value volunteers and recognise that volunteers help both the National Park Authority and wider partner organisations achieve our aspirations for Dartmoor. So what we want to do is make sure that there's an opportunity for all volunteers, whether they can commit 5 minutes to clear a bramble off their local footpath, to committing 5 hours to helping us clear rubbish from Haytor or repair erosion at Haytor. We want to make sure there's an opportunity for all those volunteers across Dartmoor, across all organisations for the future.
And Simon, we also have groups like the Dartmoor Preservation Association who offer opportunities for people to get involved in archaeological work and other conservation work. And I know lots of our partners such as Devon Wildlife Trust, the Woodland Trust, have groups of people out doing conservation tasks too. And we hope that that will continue and expand into the future. That's a really good question. And we recognise that this is an ambitious plan, but we need an ambitious plan if we are going to face the current issues that we have both on Dartmoor nationally and internationally. Things like climate change, nature enhancement, the health and well-being of our young people. So we're not scared to be ambitious in this plan. It's been developed in partnership, and we hope that we will deliver it with a range of bodies, including local people who might donate for Dartmoor, including partners like the Environment Agency and other people who've helped us develop the proposals in the plan. But we will need to look for external funding for delivery of these ideas. We're currently talking to Devon County Council about whether we can develop a whole programme of new public transport on Dartmoor and seek funding to deliver that. So we're not saying it's going to be easy, but we are going to be innovative and look at how we might pull in different sources of funding to help us deliver our ambition. So we want everybody to have their say about the future of Dartmoor. This consultation runs until the 20th of April. If you would like to comment, please go to our website.